Women are not sexual. Women have many very good qualities, good for rearing children, generating and rearing children, cleaning, doing other things that require certain types of cleaning, monitoring, but they're not sexual. But they want to be, but they're not. That's why they're always saying, I want sexual, I want romance, because they themselves are not that thing. So you have to understand that as men, it's as usual, it's on you to make all this happen. It's you to bring home the bacon and put it in, so to speak. Sausage, bacon, whatever. Your dick. So listen. So they say they want this, but they cannot do it themselves. Women themselves are not sexual creatures. They don't have sexual thoughts, and that's why there are always songs. Wet ass pussy in a putty pink, in the putty wet ass pussy. Because they cannot themselves do it. They need men to do it. One of the ways to do it, because they cannot generate fluids on themselves, and is you can use NLP, suggestive words. So, for example, when you are when you're intimate with women, when you're close to their ear, maybe find an excuse. Oh, I might buy you earrings someday. Let me see your ear canal to see the ear size, or no, the earlobe. Or I might get you headphones, which you don't have to buy, but say I want to get you in-ear headphones, AirPods. So let me check your ear canal. Let me see what size, You obviously don't have to buy anything. But the point is to get close. And then say suggestive words, especially if clothes are already off. You want to do this because you don't want to make them wet before you're ready to make sex. Because then it could dry up, things could happen. Imagine your clothes, you're hot and heavy petting, you make her wet, and then you get phone calls, because also the fluids in the body are limited, they're finite. So you don't want to get her wet, and then distraction, or your car has issue, and you want to whatever, then you want to stop, and then you're ready to get naked, and now she's dry, she can't get wet anymore. You don't want to do this. So you want to definitely do this trick, which always works, unless there's a problem with you, unless you're an idiot. Because it's not the program. The program is proven. The system is proven. So if it doesn't work, it's because you're an idiot and you're not doing it well. And in fact, I should retract program from you because you give us bad name. Anyway, you're lucky we don't sue you if you fail this program, because you're a scam idiot. Anyway, so you want to do, first of all, wait until naked, maybe in bed or whatever the setting you're going to make sex. And then when you're ready to make the wet, you whisper in the ear. But so you do is suggestive terms, but you don't want to make it clear. You want to make it seem like it's just happening, spontaneous. Okay? So you use it because so the thing is subconsciously. She'll do the thing subconsciously. So they're basically association. So what's make pussy wet? It's not natural things. It's artificial things. Okay, what jelly, estroglide, things like that. So to save money, so you don't have to buy those things, you can make her wet. This way, trigger the system. So what you do is you make her think that she's using the product, and psychosomatically, she'll get herself wet. So what you do is you associate, make the brain. Now you don't want to say, estroglide. Okay, why? You don't say that because then it's explicit obvious that you're doing that. You don't want to do it. The thing to great sexuality seduction is you do it all surreptitiously. They don't know you're doing it, like a great magician. Basically, you're a sex magician. So then what you do is you say, and you do the thing while you're humping, pumping, rubbing, all that stuff. And then you don't say the word. You then say, estroglide, lubricant. Also, don't say lubricant because that assumes negative. If you can say lubricant, but that sounds silly. Anyway, so instead of saying those things, you do the sound that they associate with the lotion, with the cream, the gel, whatever they use on the pussy. Okay? You use the same sound. So instead of saying, estroglide, and you don't even do similar sounds like, oh, you like Astro Boy cartoon? Oh, I also like electric light, dance. You could do that, but also it takes a lot of time. So what you do is, you do the sound that they associate with that. So you ever use this lubrication? Obviously, if you're buying this program, you have used it maybe on yourself, but you know that the sound it makes is when it comes out the bottle. This is the association they will have. You don't want to have the sound that it's take opening the package, because that could be a million things at the open boxes. You don't want that. But it's very unique sound. It's not toothpaste, not even other things that similar viscosity, not other things that similar gel. This actually makes a very unique sound. So what you want to do is, when the girl's naked, hot and heavy, you're rubbing, petting, pushing, whatever. When you're ready to make her wet, remember, do this when you're ready, because once this happens, it's done. One and done. You don't make them wet, they dry, and then it's 24 hours you have to wait to make them wet. So when you're ready to do this, because it's guaranteed to work, so make sure you're ready to do it, because it's going to work. So if you do it and it's not ready, it's going to work, and then you fuck, but not in good way. You have to wait 24 hours for that. So make sure you do it, because it's guaranteed to work, and if it does not work, it's your fault, your problem, you idiot, and you should be fired from the program. But everyone deserves a second chance, so I accept you back. You deserve a second chance. Just because you're a failure sometimes, it's life. Anyway, so when you're ready to do it, she's naked, you put your whisper in her ear, directly into the ear, so that it's more sensual, sexual. Closer to ear is better. You can again make excuse to get to the ear, saying, I want to get to earphones, let me check your ear canal. Also, the word canal has the word anal in it, which is good. Subconsciously, you don't say the word anal, but you say canal. Don't say canal, don't be an idiot. But canal enough is in the man makes his connections. And so you get close to the ear, or play with the hair around the ear or something like that. Find some context to get up there. And you go like this. Yeah. Are you wet yet? You could say wet yet because it rhymes, but you don't have to say, yeah, good, you wet? And then make it sound like you're not explicitly trying to do something, but like it's just sound from the mouth. It could sound you make. You know, sometimes people in sex, they go, I go, oh, baby, that's so good. Something like that. So make a sound. So you go, oh, yeah, so good. You're so hot, sexy, yeah. And then you go. Now this sound, do it subtle, quieter, better, so it's not loud. You don't want to be idiot. But you want to do it subtle, maybe. Yeah, that's softer, maybe. But that's the point, is that you made the sound of gel lubrication leaving the bottle. That way, subconsciously, they say, oh, gel leaving bottle, which they associate to putting it on pussy, to making it wet, lubricated, done, they're wet, have sex, have fun, go in good health.